From as long as I can remember, my parents were always fighting about different things. My mom really didn't have the courage just because of so many cultural barriers and being afraid of what the community is going to say. She wasn't, willing to get a divorce until I was about the age of 13. Especially in an Indian family, it's always somehow the woman's fault. You must have not cooked enough, or you must have not done this right, or you must have not, been a great, wife to him, or whatever it might be. Nobody was willing to come in and support her because it was such a taboo in the community. If she was educated at the time of her divorce, things would have been very different for us growing up. If she was educated and she was able to get a job, we wouldn't have to worry about financial situations. And that should never be the case. It should never be the case that if you leave a man or if you leave a relationship, that you're not able to provide for yourself. And I realized that growing up, an education is something that you cannot compromise. My name is Mariam Sayed. I am an honors college student majoring in physiology and French at Michigan State University. Coming in, finances was a big part of determining what university I would go to. I came to the university, I actually toured the university, and I saw so many different things, and I decided I have to go here. It was just so attractive. There were so many resources, so many opportunities, and I felt like that outweighed the finances at that point. And what I found was that after my first year at MSU, having an opportunity to be a part of so many extracurricular opportunities opened doors for me, and I was offered a lot of scholarships. Those played a huge role in me staying at Michigan State University. I'm interested in a lot of things, and two of those things are physiology and French, both of which are my double majors. And what Michigan State offered me was the flexibility to be able to pursue both passions and turn them into a career. So I was able to take my talents, my passions, my skills, everything that I was interested in without compromising either of them, physiology or French, and be able to pursue them in a career that converges into one goal. And what that is being able to serve in underprivileged francophone regions and being able to serve there as a physician and educator. What I want to do is be able to work for an international medical humanitarian organization, which is known as Médecins Sans Frontières, which is a French organization, and in English it's known as Doctors Without Borders. So knowing that I was able to have the opportunity to get an education, I do feel like it's partly my responsibility to go back to these areas where we don't have a choice in where we're born. And for those individuals who are in those areas, I want to be able to provide that same thing for them and help them get access to an education and be able to be independent contributors back to society. I definitely had no idea that I would be where I am today. I kept questioning, am I really competitive enough or not? And I think that comes from insecurities of just growing up and being in that kind of scenario where that's said to you over and over again, that, you come from this family where you don't really have financial support, you don't have somebody to show you the way in academia. How are you going to make something of yourself? Being in that scenario played in a lot of the things that I applied to, one of them being the Fulbright scholarship. And so when I applied, I was like, I really don't know if I'm going to receive this or not. And so when I got the semifinalist notification, I was in shock. I was expecting to open the letter and see, I'm sorry, we regret to inform you, but I ended up seeing congratulations, and I had to read it 3 times over just to believe that it was a real letter. And then when I received the finalist notification, that was, life-changing. The first thing I did when I received the Fulbright scholarship was call my mom, and she started crying, and I started crying because she was crying. But it was just such a beautiful experience, and it was something that we didn't expect to receive. So yeah, it was an amazing moment. What life is about is making a difference and being able to help each other, to give and to exchange, to have cultural exchanges, to have opportunities where you learn from one another. Every single time that you have a new experience, every single time that you're in a new culture, you learn and you grow as a student and as a person. And I think that's what I learned throughout all of my experiences at Michigan State University. They helped shape what my career was and what I wanted to do in the future.